Well, hello. Today it's going to be very hard for me to explain this without this PDF. Yes, that's why I'm using it. So actually, it could be a little bit more understandable for you. Okay. So in this part, we are going to be talking about the phonetic sounds that exist and its symbols. I remember that the previous video we were talking about the phonetical alphabet that is pretty similar to the alphabet that we already know. But in this case, it's going to be completely different. Why? Because we are going to be just checking how the sounds are produced. Okay, there are going to be certain kind of situations, and every time that we say the words that we're not conscious at all. So, for example, the movement of our mouth, the movement of our lips, the use of the tongue, etc, etc. So that's why we're going to be just checking a little bit about the context that we are going to be having right here. So just moving right here in the phonological species, we are going to be watching the serial aperture. Okay, so these are going to be the occlusives. It includes occlusives are going to be include all phonemes produced by complete closure, the atriate, but brief sealing the oral cavity. This is not placed to discuss whether a sound is produced when the closure or release occurs. Actually, it may produce, we're going to be just seeing the example in this case. So every time that we're having the serial aperture, so that is going to mean that we are not opening the mouth at all. Okay, so that's why we just have these kind of sounds. There are going to be three ways that we are going to be dividing this. There is going to be the labials, dentals, and gutturals. Okay, let's start with the labials. Right here, we just have the phonetic symbols that are going to be produced when we just say, for example, we have some letters right here. Okay, the following table gives the formula for the various occlusive phonemes. We're going to be starting with labials. Labials are going to be every time that you are using your lips to produce the sounds. There are some sounds that you can produce even if you're not opening the mouth, right? So for example, we just have the letter P. The sound of P is when you put together the high lip and the low lip. So you put them together, you make a force of air inside of your throat, and it comes out like an explosion. Okay, so that is going to be the letter P. So if you're conscious about how are you producing these sounds, maybe you're going to be just checking how the air is coming from right here from your throat, and it's coming out from your mouth, from your throat to your mouth to produce the sound of P. P, right? You can see if you're looking at the video right here, or if you are actually trying to reproduce this sound, you're going to be conscious that every time that you say P, you just put your lips together to produce the sounds. P, P. Yeah, you know, a little big explosion of air, right? The other one that we are going to be having is going to be B. B. It's going to be pretty similar to P, but the sound, the air, is not that explosive as it is in the letter P. B, B, B. It's kind of weird, but that is the way that it works. The other one that we are going to be having is going to be M. M. Before we produce the sound of M, we just put a little bit of the vowel sound that is going to be E, and then we put back together the lips to produce a sound that it comes from the inside of our mouth. M, M. I'm gonna give an example. My mother, my mother, my mother. It's kind of weird to think it in this to see it in this way, but that is the way that it works. P, B, M. You see, my lips are getting together just to produce this sound. So that is going to be the labial sound that we're going to be having. Then we are going to be having the dentals. Dentals is going to be when you use your teeth just to produce the sounds that we are going to be seeing with these letters. T, T. As you can see, you just put your tongue behind the teeth, and you produce this sound T, 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 T. It's like saying the word T, but you just put every time that you are producing this sound, it's important to put your tongue before the high teeth, T, T, you see? The other one is going to be pretty similar, but we are not going to be producing like this mini explosion that I'm producing to say T, the, 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 do you, do. That is going to be the sound that we're going to be having of dentals. And then we're going to be having another dental sound that is going to be N, N. In this case, I know it sounds at some point, the letter M and N, it sounds a little bit similar, but when you see the mouth and you're seeing how the mouth is used to produce the sound, you're going to check the difference, right? So, for example, my nose, okay? Tenemos dos palabras que tienen M and N. My nose is pretty similar to sound, but they're not the same. As you can see in the first word, I'm using the levels so to say my, and in the second one, I'm using my teeth to produce the sound of N. My nose. You see, I'm not closing my mouth at all, so I can produce the sound. So that is going to be the dental sounds that we are going to be having. The other one is going to be the gutturals. Gutturals, in other words, is going to be the sound that you produce from your throat. So actually, it's produced like K. You see, the first sound that it comes is not going to be A, K, 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 G. The letter G is going to be G. I'm gonna go to see if the keychain is right there. You see, it's not that similar. And the other one is going to be pretty similar to the word in Spanish, en, right? Okay, this is going to be the labials, dentals, and gutturals. Now, we are going to be just saying another kind of, right here is going to be everything that we are going to be just seeing for the video. I'm going to be asking you to record the video pronunciations. I'm saying some words, okay? Labia dentals. In this case, we're going to be using the lips. I mean, yes, the lips and the teeth. So we have the letter F. You see, we are using the low lip to produce the sound of F. F, F. If I were you, if I were you, okay, the other labial sound is going to be V. That is going to be the way that we are going to be identifying what is going to be the difference between the letter B and V. B, V, B, V, V, V. For example, Justin Bieber, Beaver, Beaver, Justin Bieber, Beaver, right? It's kind of weird to explain in that way. Now we are gonna be just having another sound that are going to come in to the letter S, okay? Let's start. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened in this case, but anyway, we're gonna be starting with dentals. The first letter that we are gonna be having, the first symbol that is right here, is going to be the combination of T and H. So when you are producing this sound, it's going to be, for example, we just have it right here. It's going to be, for example, think, think. You see, you're using your tongue, you're putting it low or under your high teeth, and you're producing the sound. Think. I think the thing, this thing is a little bit hard to understand, okay? The other one is going to be pretty similar to this sound that you can see. It's going to be TH for then. Think, then. I have a things to say. When I was there, then, you see, another sound is going to be S. This sound is pretty common. You just use your lip, I mean your teeth, and the tongue one more time behind the teeth, so you can produce the sound S. Say, say. Next, we are gonna be having the letter Z, but the symbol Z, it's pretty similar to them, but it's going to be to say rose, 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 say, rose, say, rose, rose, say, rose. It's kind of weird to explain in this way, but I think that you can identify what is going to be this sound that is going to be produced in this way. So let's do it one more time. Say. And then the other one is going to be rose. It's going to be, as you can see, the sound is a little bit more like funebre. I don't know what is the word, but it's like lower, like with not that energy. Rose, rose. I have something to say, you see? And the other combination is going to be the combination of this sound that is going to be sh for show, 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 show. Okay? And the last symbol that we are going to be having right here is going to be for G. Okay? G in this case is going to be for rogue, 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 rogue. I know it's a little bit hard to explain it this way, but that's the way that it works. Okay, these kind of sounds are not English at all. Okay, so never mind about them. So with this word, we are going to be finishing this video. It's important for you to understand what are going to be these sounds. So there is going to be an activity where I'm going to be asking you to record a video so I can see your mouth moving it, producing it in some words, and then you're going to be just moving it into the alphabetic alphabet so I can just really see how good you really are at that. Okay, that is going to be everything for this video. There is going to be a final evaluation last week. So if you have any doubt, just let me know it and I will see you then. Have a nice one.